Welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and to this flip through of this journal that I made for a friend of mine on commission that is called Islandology. The cover itself is 7 by 12. The pages on the inside are 6 by 12. And then the book itself is, can't do it from that end, 3 inches thick. So it is pretty fat, but there are a lot of things in here, and it's a journal that I made, so of course it's probably going to be fat. The thing I would like to draw your attention to first, though, this is one of the things that she gave me, and I think it's fabulous. And I'm going to zoom in a little here. And this is a piece that was made either by her mother or her aunt. Somebody in her life hand drew this and made this little framed picture. The bows, the ribbon was already attached, not this darker one, but this lighter one was. And she wanted it to be included somehow in the journal, and I decided that it needed to be a focal piece on the very front. So I got my Gorilla Glue out because I was not sure if tacky glue or Fabrifix or even a combination of the two was going to hold it. So this thing's on there tight. Gorilla Glue is great when you need that extra hold. This journal has, let's see, let me pick it up here before I show you anything else. It has a tassel that will detach. We'll show that in a little bit. I did not stitch the signatures in through this spine. There's a secondary spine on the inside that I went through and attached that spine to this spine because I wanted to be able to have all this fluffy tropical color that made me think of waves. I mean, look at the wave action there, and then you've got the sand dollar fabric in the back, and I think that turned out gorgeously. And I put eyelets in there to even strengthen it. I used this fabric, this beautiful fabric here, to cover the cover. And then I've got some lace down here and some ribbon down here that is also carried on in the book. And you will notice that my little dangles here, I left them empty because I'm going to let her come in and choose what she would like to have on the dangles, or she can put her own things on the dangles. That part I did on purpose because I know that she's creative as well, and that she would probably like to have something to do with that herself. I made this tassel using my tear ruler tassel technique, and I will link that below. And I added this little charm of a whale tail that came off of a necklace that got broken, and I saved the bits and pieces. This was part of a bookmark, and I had 2 of those. The other one is included in the book, and it has these 2 charms, whoops, on the ends of this piece of sheer ribbon, and I have used that to help hold the tassel together. Excuse me, my voice isn't wanting to cooperate, of course. And then I have this chain full of starfish here, and I've added some little seed beads up at the top. And I think that's it, because I was trying to keep the tassel rather simple, but I was able to include all of the oceany, beachy, tropical themey colors and things that are included in the book. On the cover, under this little handmade plaque, I have 2 different shades of tulle. I've got some painted paper twist paper. I've got cheesecloth and these sparkly little shells that were buttons that I just cut the shank off of. And then the closure, she did not want a ribbon tie closure. She wanted a latch. I was having trouble figuring out a latch that would go with the beachy theme, and I think I got it. I have this key that goes through this elongated jump ring right here that I have added a seed bead to. And this is also from a broken necklace. This chain is. And you can see it coming out here. I've got the key attached to it. This end of the chain has these 2 shells that have been sewn to have a flat side on both sides, and you can see the insides of the shells. They're held on with bulb pins, and they're attached to the back through an eyelet. And the way that this works is this chain with the shells comes up here and goes over this jump ring. And then, can you see the jump ring there? Then the key just comes up and also goes through the jump ring, but it doesn't go all the way because it's too big. And so that's a pretty good closure. I have turned it upside down and sideways, and it stays in there really well. So I'm happy with that. I like the cover a lot. I like it a lot. Really happy with that. So let's undo this once again. We'll lay the chain out to the side with its shells and with its keys. This has 4 signatures with lots of pockets, lots of interactive elements, lots of dangles, and all kinds of goodies and stuff. So let's get into it. On the inside, I have this fabric has gold pineapples on it, and I love the way it echoed this paper that I had chosen, so I decided to make that first. I have 8 of these, at least 8 of these whale tail tabs, scallop shell tabs, whatever you want to call them. I'll link the video below on how I make those as well. This was one of the items that she gave me to include in the book. It was this little, it's a styrofoam pineapple, and I put a head pin up through it and then made a little loop and attached it to a jump ring through that shell tail scallop. I don't even know what to call it. That tab. I didn't want to leave a whole lot of white pages, but I did want to leave a lot of room for her to journal. So there are pieces of tissue paper, napkin, applique, different things like that all through the book, along with plenty of lined paper for her to write on. This is from a book that she gave me that is one of her favorite cartoons, and so you will find those little characters scattered throughout. And I tried to choose a lot of papers that just reminded me of the beach, and some things that I cut out of magazines. This is an ad from Travel and Leisure, and it creates a top pocket. This is a card she gave me. I added a little pocket on the front with a journaling card that tucks in there, and napkinized the back and put this little epoxy sticker there. You will see different layers and levels of the papers and the inclusions. I made this collage out of faux flower and a couple of punched flowers that I have with the brad, and these 2 little tickets with a little Tim Holtz quote that says, "Start doing things you love." Inside of that pocket, I have a journaling card. I edged a lot of the papers. This pineapple really wants to be front and center for some reason. Scoot over there. I used an edge punch or a corner punch on a lot of these that has that flowery plumeria type look to me. Here I have used a whole bunch of calendar pages in this journal, and this is one where I created a pocket, and so it's a floating pocket. And I put some cheesecloth and punched some stars out of some mulberry paper that was the same color as the starfish on that beach. And then I included this journaling card that also has that same mulberry paper with one of the flowers punched out. And then that clips in with a star or a starfish. Just depends on how you want to look at it. A paper clip right there. Here is one of those calendar pages, and I split it because it wasn't the 12-inch height, and I was trying to pull in these colors, and I thought it worked well because this striped paper I just happened to have was the same color as those starfish. I backed those calendar pages with mulberry paper and some Post-it notes that she gave me, along with some washi on the edge. Here is it looks like a belly band. It's actually a bottom pocket and a top pocket for some journaling cards. Here is a clip-on that has sunglasses is the Paperclip, and this was something where I had punched these two flowers out of this Swiss dot, I guess, paper. That's what my granny would have called it. And I simply made a notebook out of that and let that show through and pinned it over the side of this page with the Paperclip. Here's another calendar page. And it is backed onto this ledger paper that opens up completely, so she has lots of writing place there. This is from the one of the calendars. I think I used three calendars in this journal and made a journaling card with that, and that is fastened on with this heart paperclip, blue heart, ocean blue. Here is a pocket, and I had several of these cards. You'll see several more of them through the journal. And I got these at Dollar. They were on streamers that you would hang from the ceiling, and some had butterflies and these flowers, and some had hummingbirds and these flowers. I took the flowers off of both because they looked slightly different, but they still went well together. This is a cutout from a magazine, and this is a journaling card that has some stickers from Happy Planners on it, along with a leftover piece of that pink paper, some writing paper, and some washi tape. There are several flip-flops throughout here. She loves sea turtles. Matter of fact, that was one of the things that was listed on her list specifically. And I had this paper, and I had this stamp, which looks kind of like a tribal type tattoo sea turtle. So I thought that went well too. Here's some more of that dotted Swiss type paper that is backing this calendar page. And that washi tape that is helping to seal that in there. Here's another one of the scallop tags, I'll call them, that I've shown you how to make. This is a button, just like the ones that were on the front. I left the shank on in order to make this dangle on there with these two little shells. Some more of those sea turtles. And here and there, I'll just have washi tape to add to the picture. I have a Vellum Pocket here that has a journaling place. And this is also backing another calendar page. Here I did some more napkin applique. Here is one of the hidden paper clips, and I will show you how to, or I will link how I show you to make these. I'll link that video below. And it is holding on a couple of playing cards that have journaling space and some stickers added on. This paper has some reverse stenciling, and that's where after I use a stencil, I will spray it, mist it lightly with some water, and then place it down on another piece of paper. And it's not just a reverse print of the stencil. It looks very different. Here's some more napkin applique on some paper, and you can see one of her favorite people peeking through there. And right here is the other side of that calendar paper. This is from the activity book. This is cut from a flyer from Joann's because this is a fabric pumpkin pineapple. These two pages were the ones that are offset, and I glued them together to create a pocket here in the middle. So I added this washi here to give it a little strength and to add to the collage look. And then there is the journal card, and it has a decoupage napkin pineapple on it as well. There is another decoupage napkin from that same napkin, except for this panel didn't have the gold reflection. This is from a branding strip, and then there is more of the washi tape. Here is a magnet bookmark that I just clipped on here because the colors go perfectly with this napkin. This is the back side of that card from the front, and I made it into a journaling place. Here is more napkin applique. More writing space. some pineapple stamps that I had, and that's the end of that first signature. The second signature starts with this retro-ish looking paper. I have a dangle here that I made from a button and 2 wooden beads. And this is a pocket that has a mini journal inside of it, where I have papers with washi, with magazine cutouts, with little stickers. This is also from the Happy Planner set. This is an envelope where I've added one of the mini beach scenes from the calendar, backed it with a punch. All the world is bright with a gentle nature. Up here I have a sea turtle, and he's got bubbles, those little acrylic bubbles that are coming out. Inside of here I have a card, small journaling card that says little things, and it has a very small hummingbird at the end of it. And then this says, I need a 6-month vacation twice a year. I knew she'd appreciate that. A little sticky there because I experimented with glitter. I shouldn't have, but I did. And I made a vellum pocket, and this is from some little snack containers that came from Dollar Tree. And you'll see a few of these. It says, let the sand be your seat as the waves hit your feet. And it tucks in right behind there in that pocket. I have a washi collage along with, let's see, I think this is a magazine page, and then I have 2 of the tabs up there. Mulberry paper and another magazine page with some more washi. This is just a sticker that says rest and relax. Here is one of my die cuts that I have in a bright yellow along with 2 more of the pineapples. It is a struggle not to say pumpkin, and I don't know why. Here are those flowers I was talking about that came from Dollar Tree. I backed each of those. One is green, one is blue, and they just tuck right into the pocket that creates. I have a washi collage over here with a branding strip and Life is Good with some tulle that is in there in the middle, along with another Happy Planner sticker. Have some more tulle with some scrap paper and a magazine clipping that says Wake Up in Paradise with a little pineapple. This says Forever Chasing the Sun. Row of sunglasses down here. This is, let's see, this one is calendar page, I believe. A collage here with the back of the envelope, some mulberry paper, a calendar page, a Tim Holtz saying, it says travel the world over to find the beautiful, and then these little dimensional stickers that go across the page, and I believe those all came from Dollar Tree. Then there's the back of that journal, and I'm going to set that over here, and we'll continue going through the journal. There's the back side of that pocket. I made the pocket from calendar page and the back side of that page. This is cut from a catalog. Another page from the activity book that she gave me. Washi tape right there and right there, just to continue those lines. You can see how that continues that line picking up on the blue, and then this one continues this line picking up on the green. This is from stationery paper that I added. This is a vellum envelope I made, and if you look closely you can see the footprints on there, right? Yes. And I typed up this very famous poem about sand and footprints on a beach and included it on a piece of stationery. It's very tiny, but she can read it. And then inside I added a little extra bonus because I like this one too. In this little paper I printed out a cartoon. I'll just let you read that for yourself. And I feel like that is true so many times. And so that is tucked inside so that she can see it later. And it says smile on the front. And this envelope I've strengthened the top and the bottom with some washi tape just in case, because vellum doesn't like to be folded very much. I put that in there backwards. Let's. And that the flap slips right into that middle belly band part. And I have 2 other journaling cards that slide into the smaller belly band portions. And those are collaged with book page and then some more of the die cut punches and die cuts that I have. And I just tuck them in a little bit. They don't have to go all the way in, but they can. But I like to see that middle part of the card sticking out. And you can't see it when it goes all the way in. Here is another envelope to a card that she gave me. And I put it in such that it created up here a little corner, because that was printed on the envelope. And the corner I cut off of the other side of the envelope is right here. Made a pocket out of that and a pocket out of that. And here's the, let's see, was it an envelope? I think that this was actually the inside of the card, and it wasn't written on this page. Pretty sure that's how that went. And I cut those 2 off from the top and the bottom. Here is an envelope, an altered envelope. And let's see, what is it? Junk mail envelope. I added those little sunglasses there. Added this card to the front to give it some strength. Added this journaling card in there. On the back, on the back there is some washi tape and a sticker. And I love that, how that sticker goes with this page. Up here, this page is pulling a lot of heavy duty. I made a shaker card, and it has a real seashell in there. One of the starfish from the dangle on the tassel, a little coin. It's a flower that says, "Friendship is the common thread that ties us all together." And then I have sequins and a few little buttons in there. And that is cut out from the same die that I cut out the shape in the center of that journal. It's being held on with this hibiscus paper clip. Here is a part of a card, and it opens up. I backed it with this. This is part of a calendar page, and I've backed it with this paper with a little gold pineapple. Here is an envelope. This calendar page slides out, and then there's writing space on the back. And then I stamped more writing space here. So this page is really doing some work. Here's a sticker that says, "Stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside." And life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. She gave me a couple of gift card holders that were pineapples. And this is one of them that I deconstructed. This is the back of it. And this is where you were supposed to attach your gift card. And I just made it into a journaling spot. And I backed this page. I punched holes and wound that ribbon through there, tying a bow. And then I made 3 pages for journaling. I had these offcuts, and I had taken and used a punch to cut a different shape out of each one, and then I put them together to where they all coordinated. And then they have different sayings on them. And they're all tucked in there. Another sheet of writing paper, another journaling card. Here is another epoxy sticker that says "Life is good at the beach," and it is on this coin envelope, which just has a bunch of little bitty pieces in there. Little bitty punches. There's a butterfly punch, different things like that. Flowers, palm leaves that she can use to further decorate this journal as she wishes. And that is on this on the back of this calendar page, which is the center of the second signature. Here's another of the tabs. I have little glass seed beads on this bulb pin. I have a waterfall of note papers here for her to write on, along with more writing paper here. This paper has mulberry paper put on it, and right there on the edge I have this wave of ribbon. It's a wave ribbon actually, wave print. More writing paper. Here I have a couple of pockets. This is from a booklet that I have that has adult coloring pages in it. This is from a magazine backed onto a piece of book paper that is one of my off stamping papers, so you can see some of the turtle and some of the flowers on there. And this is a little hidden pocket because I was able to line that up, and there's a journaling card. If the journaling card isn't there, you don't know the pocket's there. This one is kind of the same. You really can't tell that that's there until you put something in it. There's the back of that page. Here's another envelope that I've collaged on the front with some mulberry paper, some ribbon, and some fabric. And on the inside, I have this card that has some more journaling cards and a couple of little pieces. And she can use that to write on as well. And I've used washi tape to pull those together, and the envelope flap slides over that belly band. I do not like it when things fall out the bottom of the belly band, so I cheat. I wrapped that belly band around and have another little card right here. Has a little bit of washi and two little stickers down there, along with some trim. Here's the other side of the mailing envelope. The reason I used this envelope was because it came and it had these shells already on it. Added some washi tape to pull it together. Journaling card on the inside. And I have these three stickers here that show through the window, and they really match that from the calendar very well. Here's the other side of the that yellow paper. Oh, it was a note. Okay, this is the other side of this paper, and that's why it's cut at this angle. So I did some stamping on it to pick up on the colors over here because I had stamps that looked almost exactly like these flowers. And then inside, I made two journaling cards. And they stick in just far enough. Well, the papers stick all the way in, and then the envelopes hang out so that you can see them to give some good decoration. Here is a fabric flip. It's fastened down here at the bottom, and this fabric is very lightweight, so it really needs that little clip down there to hold it in place, or else it flies everywhere. And it's trimmed down at the bottom with some of that mint green tassel-y stuff. More writing paper. Another coloring page that is bordered with some washi. Back side of a calendar page. These two pages are offset, and I made the washi go from top to bottom, but it's an illusion because they don't go together. And so up here, it's just decoration to strengthen that top corner. And that's an offcut from some dyed paper. Here we have, oh, that's a Vellum Pocket that I am trying to pull out of the book. It's a Vellum seashell pocket that I have inserted in there with this long piece of paper. She can use that for journaling, she can use it for writing, and it slides right down in this very long, tall pocket. Just far enough away that I'm having trouble doing it without being ungainly. Let's see. Oh, and this is a flip-flop made from the activity book that she gave me. This is the other side of that first page where there was a pocket, and here's another pocket with a piece of stationery. That's the end of signature 2. And there's a pineapple paper clip up here, just like there was at the beginning of the first signature. Here's the third signature with another shell tab, and I've got another bulb pin with seed beads. Up there, here I have some stamping and some spraying. more calendar pages. This calendar page, oh, that was to show me I needed to make something to put in that pocket, and I forgot. I will do that before I give this to her. I think I'm going to put that list in there just so that she knows what all she asked for, because she may not remember, and she may want to go on a treasure hunt to find it. I think that could be fun. Maybe there's a reason I forgot to put anything in there. There we go. And look, those colors go with it perfectly. Of course they do. This is napkin applique on the back of this calendar page. And here I have, this little tuck is a picture from a magazine that is on a piece of cardstock. This is a picture from a magazine here. And these three things just tuck behind that little piece there. A journaling card, a long journaling card with a collage down at the bottom of cheesecloth, one of the buttons, and a calendar page. And on the back of the button is the paper clip that I like to do with some washi tape and a bead on the bottom. And then these tickets here have washi on the front and journaling place on the back, or she can use them in another collage if she wishes. Another calendar page. Here are some journaling cards that are tucked into this pocket. She gave me postcards and such to put in there as well, so I incorporated them. I think I was able to put everything that she gave me in here, at least a part of everything that she gave me. Let's see, in here, that should come out. Yes, it's coming out. I have a journaling card that is made with a calendar page and some washi tape and lined paper backed on cardstock that slides into this belly band, which actually comes all the way out to the side, but I call it a belly band because it's still in the center of this. And then on the back side of this belly band is a flip up with that little lizard to give you a little more journaling space, and this is semi-hidden journaling space. More writing paper, more calendar paper, another coloring page. Like I said, she loves sea turtles, so I hope that she likes that one. Another cutout from a catalog along with some stenciling of a scallop shell that I have. She gave me this. This was a flyer for a restaurant, I believe, for this, and I sewed it into the signature. This opens up. Here is the other side of that gift card container, and I have attached this pineapple to this card. See, it's backed up with pineapples, and it slides into that pocket. And because the pineapple from the flyer on the back of it is black and white, I added some bright green for the crown. And then here in this pocket with the pineapple is a little bit more journaling space or decoration with those coupons, those tickets. This is a calendar page that I made into a pocket to hold another small journal. I have these beads and this piece of fabric tied on as a dangle on the spine. These are actual canceled stamps with tropical flowers on them. And these are the pages that are included. And these fold out so that they're full length of the writing page. That tucks down in there, and this hangs out the side. Let's see, I forgot to close that. Have more writing paper, more of the activity book. This was where I used, it's a dilution spray. I love that color, but right here I dripped, and so I had to cover the back of the page because it bled through. And so this is a napkin applique over that. This is a second generation napkin applique on this paper, which just means I took the second layer of the napkin that had just a little bit of the shadowing of the color on it. This journaling card has, I don't know if you can see it. I think that you can see that there. I tried to ink it up so you could see it better. I was shimming my die when I was putting it through my silhouette, and the shimmed paper came through with a very pretty impression on it. So I thought I'd add that in there for her. This is a card that my husband and I got a while back from one of our friends, and it's being held closed with one of these hibiscus paper clips. These are little fabric shirts and little foam flip-flops, little cork hats, fabric flowers. It's very, very cute. And inside is some journaling space. Just opens right up. And then, is there a reason that I had that down here? I don't know. Who needs a reason, right? It's the beach. Oh, this is the other half of the set that I said I had in the tassel here, with the ribbon, with the two shell sets, with the little gems and stuff. And I wrapped it around that paper and then reinforced it up here with this paper. They don't really hang out the side of the book very much. And then I have another of the tabs here with two of the starfish on the chain dangling off. Here's some more dilution spray in orange and some texture paint that shimmers and it just looks wet. It's completely dry, it just looks wet, and I think it looks really cool. Here is a card that she gave me. I added some of this, I'm going to call it, I thought it looked like a hula skirt. So it's hula skirt trim right there on the back of that. I backed it with paper and I used some more of that dilution spray on that. That was the second generation where you mist and then press it to the paper. I thought that looked pretty. It looks really good with this color of green. This is one of the things that she gave me. It's a coaster from a restaurant at, let's see, it's in Florida. This paper right here is a pocket. Yes, I couldn't remember for just a second what I had done. Here's another one of my hidden paper clips, hidden ticket clips, and I have a tiny little silver dolphin jumping through a hoop on there. I like these cards. I got these cards from Emily at M Ephemera, and they were perfect for this journal. I have some more journaling paper in here. I did not sew it together so that she can do what she wants, and it's in this pocket. And this up here is on one of my spiral copper paper clips that I really like, and I liked how the circle echoed the circle here. And I did add an eyelet right there. Since it was a coaster, I wanted to make sure it was on there. Here is another calendar page. Here is one of the things that she gave me as well. It was a bumper sticker, and it fit right there, and I trimmed so that it would fit really well, and she's got that journaling space there. This is the back side of the turtle card that had some personal writing on it that she wasn't worried about keeping, so I covered it up. Some of you may recognize this paper as being from By the Well for God. I also had to use some gesso underneath, so it's got a really, really interesting feel. And I like the way this looks backed up on these stencils here. And these are some stickers from a set that she gave me as well. Here are more of those treat boxes from the Dollar Tree. And for this one has the whole treat box fastened to the page. And then I took another one and I cut out just the front, and then fastened it together with washi tape in the center. And that folds open to have journaling place, and then it goes right into the treat box. And then here we have a Tim Holtz saying, it says, "Look on the bright side." And the washi tape is holding on one of her postcards that she had purchased, giving her some more journaling places. This is a set of 2 pockets. And here is a journaling card that I tucked in there, and another one up there. It's got writing on both sides, but you can do what you wish with it. Another piece of the activity book. More lined writing paper. Another sticker that she gave me that I added in here. This is a journaling card that I made out of the leftover negative parts of a flower punch, and I liked the way it looked, so I glued it on there. Used my decorative corner punch. and put it on an orange paper clip to tie it all together. This is a recipe card that she gave to me to put in here, and this is the back side of that big pineapple flyer. I love this seahorse. I've had it for a while and just waited for the perfect place to use it. You see that? Isn't that gorgeous? That mother of pearl inlay. And so she gets it. Let's see if I can remember which way it goes on. This direction. It's right up there on one of the Tim Holtz bulldog clips. I have the edge of this page reinforced with some paper that I have done the reverse stenciling on. And this is the calendar page right here. More lined writing paper. Another piece of the activity book. Here's some bubble stenciling. And this is just a little strip pocket, and I have included this coloring sheet with orchids. And it goes right into that little pocket, and I hold it into that pocket with this blue heart paper clip. We have more calendar pages. Backing, more calendar pages. Another sticker she gave me with some stenciling. And this is the 4th signature. So I'm trying to get shifted because I know that when you write in this, it'll be a lot easier because things will have been moved around. I'm trying to make sure my camera is showing you what I want you to see. I like this specialty paper because it has this coating on it that makes that really shiny, just like a seashell. Here is another one of my scallop tabs, and I have some sequins that are on that bulb pin. I made a pocket out of an envelope that she gave me and included a recipe card that has pineapples and strawberries on it. You've seen a few of those through the book. And behind the envelope, I left it open so that I could put in this journaling card. And then behind that, there was another pocket. And this says, "Welcome to the beach." I cut that. That's a pillow that I cut out of a catalog. And it opens up with more journaling space and another one of her Post-it notes that she gave me to incorporate into the book. More from the activity book. More lined paper, activity book, more colorful paper. Here is, this paper is a reverse of the stencil, once again, where you mixed it with the water and you put it on the paper, and that I just think that turned out gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Looks really good against that blue too. I like it. Here's another card that she gave me. I didn't do a thing to it except sew it in there, I think. I'm not sure about the greetings part of it. I didn't do anything to this part. Here is a hidden paper clip that I made out of a silk flower and 2 of the little flower punches and a brad in the middle. And I wrapped washi around the outside of the ticket to help it to coordinate. This page here has 2 pockets. I glued it together in the center, and they have 2 coloring pages and journaling pages from a book that I have. And they're slightly different, but very similar. Because it's a 12-inch tall book, I didn't want all of the little pockets and hiding places to have 12-inch sheets of paper. I like this collage here. This is from a magazine. This is tissue paper. This blue is a beautiful tissue paper. This is scrapbook paper. And I love how it looks all together. Another calendar page here. More writing space with the lined paper. There we go. This is a paper that I had that came out of a paper pad that I'll try to link below. And it opens up and shows you the good life. Live simply, dream big, be grateful, give love, laugh lots. That's the good life. Up here, or down here, excuse me, this is a project life card or something like that, and I have layered different colors of tissue paper behind it. Up here, is a paper clip that is holding on this vellum envelope. And I just tied some of the leftover scraps, some to the top and some to the bottom of the paper clip. And inside I have some more small vellum pieces that coordinate well with the whole color scheme of the journal, and it just clips on over the top. Like that. Down here I've got some stenciling and some drawing. I did some hand line drawings in here. Paper, more paper. Here is an envelope that slides open, the reverse stenciling. And I just have a whole lot of offcuts of scrapbook paper, of writing paper, specialty papers like mulberry papers, and tissue papers, and vellum, all in there so that she can just decorate as she wishes, because she also likes to do journaling. And so I tucked those in there. I'm just going to do that because I think I'm going to have to put them in there one at a time. And down here I have a collage with some tissue paper and some stickers, an epoxy sticker, some fabric. It says, "Go where your heart takes you." On the back side of the envelope, I used the top of it to make this belly band. It has this bookmark where I've made a tassel with some raffia, some ribbon, and some of the hula skirt trim, that mint green tassel ribbon, and that just slides down in there. And the Lazy Days perfectly matches the sunglasses. This is from a magazine. This is tissue paper covering up that calendar page that is right here. I think that looks great. And those colors, oh my goodness. And this shell tab, I made an extra large hole back there because I found this perfect pair of sunglasses. They are doll sunglasses, but they are adorable. And so they slide right through there, and they close, and they make a really great little dangle. I like it, I like it. On the back side of that, I have a whole row of stamps that has made 3 pockets. There's some journaling space where I've backed that post-it note with some lined paper, a little journaling card with seahorses, one of the flower journaling cards, writing space, and the blue paper. And then I've done the same thing again over here with the tickets and the 3 journaling cards. And on the back of this paper, I once again used the dilution spray, and I didn't spray through the back. And I don't know if it's so much that I didn't spray through the back as this was the back, and so it just doesn't show. I don't know. I think I see a little spot there, but it's all good. It's all good. Here is a belly band, and inside I used a page from a magazine to make a journaling card that just tucks right in there. And it is on the back of that other paper that had the saying. This says, "Always believe something wonderful is about to happen." Over here I stamped some seahorses with one of my stamp sets. Here, this is a calendar page, and on the back it has a flip, and once again I have one of my binder clips that is holding it closed. I have the calendar page, and then a piece of fabric, and then the lined paper with some washi, and then a piece of fabric. This opens all the way over, but I'm not going to undo it right now because I would be struggling the rest of the time to get it back over there. Here is a fun page where I'm going to have to warn her that some of the sequins want to come loose, which I think will be okay with her. I don't know that she really wants the sequins, but I thought it would be fun. This is a napkin applique with the sequins on it and some washi tape down at the bottom to create the table. Here is another belly band. This is another one of the journaling cards where I used it as a shim. Can you see that? How it made that imprint? I think that's so pretty. That's the die, and then that is the imprint. Maybe if I put it over here. There you go. You can see them kind of side by side. And so I tuck those into that belly band. This belly band is a collage of 3 different papers. And then I just had a spare piece of vellum paper that I wanted to use in this journal and hadn't figured out where to put it. And I think that works right there. And she can do what she wants. The back side of that card, I did glue on 2 of those cards from Emily and tuck in a couple of little journaling cards from Project Life. The last page that is from the activity book. This page here, that is a card that I made into a pocket to hold another little journaling spot that has the flower cut out. Another lined piece. This is from that same book, but it didn't have a person. And then I have, let me get this together. I have one pocket that is tall here in the back, and then another pocket is this one, journaling cards on the back, and then this pocket down here has these 2 cards. This is made from one of the dies on the back of that journaling card, and this time the paperclip isn't doing anything but being a decoration. And I have 2 stickers here from the Happy Planner set. It's got a flower there and a note to self, relax. And that is, oh, and then a little tiny pocket that I almost forgot about if I hadn't been fiddling with this pocket here. Right here, this is also a pocket. It's 2 little tickets, and I have put lined paper on the back for journaling space, and it tucks right into that pocket. And then there's the end of the journal. There's the eyelet that holds the 2 chains with the key and the seashells. And there's the back. It's a big journal, and I think it turned out beautifully. I hope that she likes it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found something that you can use in your journals or that you can tell somebody else about. And as always, remember to be kind. Bye.